Hey guys, and welcome to the Dyslexic Entrepreneur. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why dyslexics suck at selling themselves. So many business owners I know that are dyslexic really struggle with this. They're fantastic at actually selling their friends and other business owners that they believe in, but it's like they just don't believe in themselves. And even if they do, they feel nervous or there's something that comes up for them. So in today's episode, we're going to dive deep into this and look at this, and we're going to smash through this kind of change you need to make in your mind. So let's dive into today's episode. Okay, so why did this come up? This is probably in my web design agency the biggest thing I see just all the time. So many entrepreneurs that are dyslexic, and I can kind of see their brains ticking and kind of take a guess, have this problem. They're not actually bad at selling. Sometimes they're, many will tell me they're terrible at selling, but you ask them to sell somebody else they know, and they will sell them like they're selling ice to Eskimos. It's amazing. They'll tell you how great they are. They'll tell you all of their case studies and all the good things about them. But the minute you get them to sell what they do, they kind of don't believe in themselves. It's kind of like they think anybody could do this. They're not special. They're just not that great. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a few narcissists out there that fit our bucket, but majority aren't narcissists. Not sadly, but realistically, they're just not, right? And so what kind of happens is we struggle to translate what's in our head into reality. And this can be a real pain point. Like, so many dyslexic business owners I see are doing great work, but they're just not getting paid what they deserve. And it doesn't mean they want to be multimillionaires. They just need to get a bit more than what they're on, a little bit more of what they deserve. And again, if they can't explain what's in their head, it really hits their confidence. It explains why so many smart people are underpaid, because dyslexics have great IQs. There's nothing about your IQ that's different to the average person. It's just the way you translate what's in your head into reality. Like, I see dyslexia more than anything as a communication problem as much as a learning problem. And so again, it's about how we factor this and change it. So a few key things I want to talk about today. So we see the whole picture, not just the sound bite. And so when we're trying to sell ourselves, we can sometimes oversell. Someone may be ready to buy from you. They may be like, hey, I want to buy your thing. But we can just keep telling them all about it. And we can overdo it because we're passionate about our topic. We see it from every angle. We can actually offer them too much stuff, right? You can offer them everything in one hit. And you feel really proud because you've told them a lot of stuff and given a lot of value. But this can sometimes confuse people. They sometimes think, hey, this is actually too hard. I don't want to buy this because it's going to be challenging. This seems like hard work before we've bought it. Or two, we can actually overtalk the sale. Someone's ready to buy and we just keep talking and kind of lose that, give me your credit card, let's buy now kind of moment. And it doesn't have to be that direct, but you have to know when to say, yes, come to me. We also struggle to simplify things without feeling fake. If we oversimplify it in our head, we feel like we haven't given the complete context. And by not giving that complete context, it's like, are we cheating the person? Are we not actually, what if there's a result or something that goes wrong that we haven't let them know about? Because the problem with seeing everything so broadly is that we can see when things won't work. So we don't want to oversell something. We're not dishonest. Sometimes we're too honest for our own good, and this can hurt us. We don't always make the sale. The other one is perfectionism blocks clarity. Say someone's looking for a solution to something that they want to buy, and if we can't see the perfect fit for them, we'll sometimes actually talk our way out of it. We'll kind of say, well, this might not work in this case. I've had a habit of this with CRM sales. It's like CRMs can do a heap of stuff, and I actually sell one that's amazing for entrepreneurs, but I've in the past oversold it, and I've said, hey, it won't do this, this, and this. It's not going to be perfect. I don't want people to misrepresent. Where I could keep it really simple, get them in, and then we solve it as we go, which isn't dishonest, but it's helping someone move towards their goal. I've overtalked my perfection in my head. I could say, oh, it can do this 95%, but it can't do the last 5%. So I've learned a few things over the years. The other thing as well, talking about ourselves can feel really uncomfortable and exposing. If we're talking about ourselves, how good we are, because when someone wants to buy, they want to know they can trust you to deliver. What comes to our minds when we think, oh, can I deliver for this customer? A lot of the time we can be thinking about, when did it all go wrong? And like, that's what comes to front of mind. Like, it's just annoying, right? When you're a visual person, those stories, those emotions, those feelings can come up. You may not even see them as pictures and stuff in your head. They just come up and jump out of the woodwork and punch you in the face. Guarantee you it is really frustrating. So again, some of the reframes to hammer home here. And one thing I have done is I have created a little course on this. It's $27. It's available on the Top of the Truth About Dyslexia.com website. I'll put a link in the show notes if you're interested. It's a short 45-minute course that goes into detail and some videos on this that's really helpful just to help you sell yourself that little bit better, especially on your website. That's where I'm going to focus. It's how do you get your website to sell you, because it's probably going to be better than yourself. 24/7 salesperson, they say. So, but some of the things, the reframes you've got to make first, in my opinion, is one, selling is translation, not hype. You're translating what you're trying to sell, what you're trying to achieve into the product or service you offer. And again, this is where we go wrong, is we overspeak, we overtalk. What you're just trying to translate is what's their problem? How does your solution fit it? Because everyone has different problems. That's why we buy things. I don't hire a plumber if I don't have a plumbing problem. So if the plumber says, hey, I'm an expert in fixing leaking taps so they never leak again, you're not going to have to call me for 10 years. I've got great history in this. I've got great results. And I've got a leaky tap. Guess what? I'm probably going to, they've translated it correctly. I'm ready to buy. Does that make sense? And then again, as we're talking about that, if they don't understand it, it's not their fault, right? So just be aware that the people you're selling to, and I teach this a bit with entrepreneurs, is many of us dyslexics are experts. We're 8 or 9 in our field. We know things like the back of our hand, like web design, website development. I know so well. I can use every acronym. I can talk you under the bus about pixels here and details there, stuff that you wouldn't understand or even want to understand. And so what I can see Dyslexics doing again is we talk at this 8 or 9 level on our websites and in business, but our customer may be a 2 or a 3 level. And we're not getting that translation or that right. And if there's no bridge between those two, it can be really painful. It's why your website has to tell such a good story. You've got to get that right. But if you can't get that bridge connected correctly, then things aren't going to work as well. And that's where sales can go wrong. Like if you're talking at an 8 or a 9, the 2 or a 3 doesn't get it. They just feel stupid. They don't want to buy. What you got to do is put the bridge so they understand that you're going to offer that, but they don't have to understand it to get the result. Does that make sense? I hope that comes through. And again, what you want to do is you want to give clarity on what you're selling and this, what they're going to get out of it. That clarity is actually what they're buying. That is the magic juice of all this. Give them clarity, make them feel confident in your way. Just remember, if you're selling a service where you can give the money back, offer that. I do that with this course we're selling online. If you're not happy with it, I'll give you 100% of your money back. Well, I just want to kind of know, I'd love to know what I could do to make it better. Like that makes sense, right? That means you've got complete confidence in buying the course because you know it's going to help you. If it doesn't work, I'll give you all your money back because I'm so confident that it is good. Does that make sense? So you could offer that in your service that allows people to feel really confident that you've got something that you believe in. Because with dyslexia, again, we can really make it look tough when we try and sell. And so, what I would say is if selling feels awkward, forced or cringy, then this little course might help you that I've offered. So do go and check it out. See if it is right. If you know someone else who's an entrepreneur who struggles to sell, this might actually be what they're looking for, even if they don't know they're dyslexic. But what I want to leave you with in this episode, again, these episodes are short, sharp, and to the point. You've only got so many hours in the day, and you've probably got the attention span of me, which is very short, is that you're not bad at selling. You're bad at selling yourself. Does that make sense? So if you know that you're actually a really good salesperson, like if you believe in something else and you can sell it, that means you're a great salesperson. What you've got to bridge the gap of is yourself over here and the selling. So you've got to connect those two together and go, what's making me unconfident about who I am? Like, am I selling something I don't believe in? And so you got to ask yourself the question. You might go, actually, I really believe in this. That's not the problem. You got to say, okay, do I understand the language it takes to get a level 8 or 9 down to a level 2 or 3? Is that the problem? I'm speaking up here, but the clients are down here. So you got to kind of work out what is the problem you're suffering with here. And it might just be one little fix can make you a fantastic salesperson face to face. There's a bunch of stuff you can do online to automate this that I put in the course. But again, if you can just remember that you're a great salesperson of selling other people, and this could be not just selling stuff, but selling, a friend who's in a community group or a play. Like if I want my friends to come and watch a friend in a sports game, I can sell them like they're Ronaldo playing football. I'll say, hey, there's so much fun. There's a bar there. We can have a quick drink. We can sit down. We can talk. We can enjoy the afternoon. I can sell, but then when I sell myself, I have to use different tools, formulas, and tweaks to make it better. So I hope that's added some value into your day, guys. Again, thank you for people who are already emailing me and thanking me for the truth about dyslexia work. I really appreciate it. Years and years of work there. I'm going to hopefully be releasing a book around getting diagnosed as an adult. So stay tuned for that. I think it's a big topic I want to help people with. Yeah. And thank you for everyone who's starting to send in messages. If you've got ideas for topics for the podcast, send them in on Spotify, send them in at hello@truthaboutdyslexia. Our new email is hello@thedyslexicentrepreneur.com. We're just getting that website all sorted. And I really just appreciate everyone's help and support. Thanks, guys. Until next time, I've been Stephen, and have an epic rest of your day.